online classes. Yes, my dear students, in the previous class we were discussing about development of farming and the discovery of the fire, isn't it? Yes, my dear students, today class we are going to learn a very important and a large concept in this lesson, that is invention of wheel. Okay, students. Yes, before we enter the invention of the wheel, what could learn in the previous class? Just we can take a glance. Okay, students. Yes, my dear students. After the discovery of the fire, they could cook the food. Okay, then they knew the taste of the food, isn't it? Yes, my dear students. After the development of farming, they were started to farming very various type of crops. Okay, yes, my dear students. Later they built the hut. Then after further days, they were built the buildings. Okay, yes. After the next progress was, that is invention of the wheel. Yes, in the life of early man, the invention of the wheel was a milestone. Okay, yes, it was a milestone in the life of early man, because of it was very helpful to transport food and other goods from one place to another place. So that is why it was the main role, a prominent role in the life of early man. Okay, yes, how it was invention of the wheel. We shall discuss one by one. Okay, students. Yes, my dear students, invention is nothing but progress. Okay, how they progress or how they discovered. Okay, that is the meaning of invention. Okay, some show the name. Not what we call some show the name. Okay, research. Okay, how they discovered, how they research wheel. Okay, as it is all about invention of the wheel. Okay, students. Yes, my dear students. After the development of farming, the early humans were started to taming the animals such as dogs, cows, goats, and sheep. Okay, these animals could tamed by the animals. Okay, tamed by the early humans. Okay, students. Yes, what is mean by taming? Taming is nothing but domesticate. Okay, taming andre sakuvudu. Okay, yes, my dear students. After the development of farming, they were started to taming the animals such as dogs, cows, goats, and sheep. Okay, students. Yes, these were the domesticate for purpose of transportation of the goods. Then they also taming for purpose of food purpose. Okay, as for example, cow were taming for purpose of milk product. As we know, some of the milk products, milk and butter, then ghee. Okay, these are all some of the products of the milk. Okay, then they were taming for purpose of protection, while especially in the night. This was give protection to the from the wild animals. Okay, it was watching in the occasion of in the life of the early man. Okay, so that is why the dog was using in the time of the early man. Okay, students. Yes, my dear students, dog, especially in dog, is they also used for hunting purpose. Okay, yes, while they were hunting, they also used by dog. Okay, yes, my dear students. Then they were using some two important animals for purpose of the transport. Yes, what are those? Those were horses. Okay, horses and mules. Okay, as we know, horse in the sense kudre. Okay, they were using for traveling. Then they were also used for transportation. Okay, transportation of the goods from one place to another. Mule is nothing but like donkey. Okay, yes, it was carry the some goods from one place to another place. Okay, a mule is nothing but one type of donkey. Okay, yes, my dear friends, totally the process which taming and using the animals to meet man's need That is we call as domestication of animals. Okay, yes, what is domestication of animals? The domestication animals is nothing but taming and using the animals to meet man's need. Okay, as it is fulfill the man's need, these animals were fulfill the man's need. That is we call as domestication of animals. Yes, what is domestication of animals? Taming and using the animals to meet the man's need. That is we call as domestication of the animals. Okay, students. Yes, it is all about invention of the some of the information before the invention of the wheel. Okay, yes, my dear students, when he was living along with the rivers, they always observed floating of the logs. Okay, yes, logs is nothing but some part of the tree, some piece of the tree. As they observed while he was living along with the rivers, they observe the logs, observe the floating on the river. Okay, yes, this gave rise to a next idea, that is they made a raft. Students, the early man while he was living on banks of river, they always noticed some of the logs floating on the rivers. He could observe that idea, that process. Okay, they could observe these things. Then he was living along with the banks of river. They observing some of the logs. Okay, logs is nothing but part of the tree. Okay, as all of you observe in the picture. Okay, these are the logs. Those were floating. Those were floating on the river, as it was gave rise to an idea. Okay, yes, what is that idea? We could learn. Okay, students, as my students, this idea was taken by the early man. The man tied a number of logs together. They make the raft. Okay, yes, when this type of logs tied by the thread, they made a raft. Okay, students, as taking this idea, the early man tied a number of, means many logs, make logs together to make a raft. Okay, yes, it is like a boat, but it was not boat. Okay, as it is floating on the river. Okay, students, as it is also very help in the life of the early man, because of this raft was using some of the goods, some of the transport the goods from one place to another place. Okay, but it was still difficult in the life of early man, because of heavy not possible to taken from the land. Okay, but they were using some of the heavy goods transport from one place to another. Okay, but they did not sufficient to travel from one place to another place, because while they were carrying from the land, it was very difficult. Okay, yes, what are the uses of the raft? By the raft, the early men were using some goods transport. Okay, they were using to travel, as well as they also used to transport goods from one place to place, from the one river to another river. Okay, students, yes, those were some of the uses of the raft. Okay, students, yes, my dear friends, after that they used some logs, then they arranged the sledge. Okay, yes, what is meant by sledge? As all of you observe in the picture, there is a sledge. Okay, it is the sledge, as it was made by the early man. How did they make this? We shall see one by one. Okay, yes, my dear students, the carts made by the tying of the logs of wood were used to, and these would pulled by men or animal. Okay, yes, that is we call as sledges. Yes, what is meant by sledge? Sledge is nothing but like carts without any wheels. Okay, that is we call as sledges. It was made by the tying of logs of wood were used, and these would by pulled. Okay, as it was pulled by the men, pulled by men or animals. What in the sense? That vehicle. Okay, as sledge is nothing but like a vehicle. The vehicle made by the logs of wood. They were using these would be pulled by the men or animal. Okay, as in the time of early man, they were using the sledge. Sledge is nothing but like a vehicle, but there is no wheel. Okay, yes, my dear friends, it is also very difficult to carry the goods from one place to another place because it is very smooth. It was used only in the smooth surface. Okay, there is no wheel, so that is why it is very heavy to pulled from one place to another place. So that is why it is also still difficult to carry the goods from one place to another place. Okay, as what is meant by sledge? Sledge is nothing but vehicle without any wheel. Okay, as it was like a cart made by a tying of the logs. Okay, logs of wood were used and these would by pulled by the men or animal. Okay, pulled in the sense ಎಳೆಯೋದು. Okay, without any wheels we could carry the sledge. Okay, as all of you observe that there is no wheel, it is like a vehicle. Okay, we could carry some goods from one place to another, but it is still difficult in the life of early man. These sledges are used to carry the heavy goods from one place to another place. Okay, yes, my dear students, historians are believe that the early humans could or must observe when the log are rolling down from the hill. Okay, as this idea gives rise to find out or invention of the wheel. Okay, as they could observe, then they taken as an idea. Okay, yes, the rolling down wheel are very used to while traveling from one place to another. They were attached to the sledges. Okay, these rolling stones were attached to the sledges are, you already know that there is no wheel, but when they observed fell down from the hill. Okay, from some of the stones. Okay, as this idea gave rise to in the mind of early man, then they were attached to the sledge. Okay, a sledge, and they were started to running the carts. Okay, as these were very helpful to carry the goods any surface, because of these wheel were very easier to travel from one place to another place in any surface, whether it is very tough area or whether any other area. So my dear friends, the invention of the wheel, this invention of the wheel were a milestone in the life of early man. Okay, milestone andre mailugalu. It is a big step in the life of early man because of they discovered the wheel. Okay, when the rolling down the stones from the hill, they are logs. This idea gave rise to find out the wheel. Then they were attached to the sledges. Then they carry easily any goods from one place to another place. As nowadays we are using a various type of vehicles by the help of wheel. They are using some of the rim along with the tires. Okay, as we shall use a various purpose of various type of vehicles along with the various type of the wheels. For example, train, they are in the train there is also using some wheels. Okay, they are different. Then motorbike. Okay, there is also very different wheels. Then in the car there is also a very different type of wheels. Okay, totally the wheel is a enormous role of in our day-to-day life, because of we are import and export and many things, okay, by help of the wheel. So that is why it was invention of the wheel was an enormous role in our day-to-day life. Okay students, yes, in this class what we learned invention of the wheel. Yes, beginning after the development of the farming, the early humans started to farming the animals like dog, then dog, horses, mules, okay, then sheep, goat, then that process we call as domestication of animals. Okay, then while he was living along with the rivers, they observed the floating. Floating means telugu. Floating of the logs. This was raised to made a raft. By the raft, they were using some days for purpose of travel. Then they also used for send the goods from one place to another place. Then they were started to make a sledges. Then afterwards, finally, they were discovered the wheel. Okay, yes, it is all about invention of the wheel. Okay, students. Yes, let's we can see textbook activities in your lesson, that is life of early man. Okay, students. Yes, my dear students. We shall move on your textbook activities. Yes, my dear students, all of you open your text and all of you come to your textbook activities in the lesson of a life of early man. Okay, yes, and the first main is pick the correct answer. Okay, yes, here the first question is early humans appeared on the earth dash years ago. Yes, my dear students, there are three options are there. The first one option is 6,000, then 1 million, then third option is 6 million years. Yes, which is the correct answer? Yes, my dear students, the third option, the 6 million years ago, is obviously a right answer, because we already learned in the lesson. Okay, students, yes, you can pick your third option in your textbook. Okay, yes, all of you write in your textbook, tick write here, write and tick the third option. Okay, students, yes, we shall move B question, that is the stage of human ape is called. Yes, what is the answer? The stage of human ape is called obviously hominid. Okay, yes, the remaining options are there, Homo sapiens and Homo erectus, but not these two answers are not matched. So that is why the first option hominid. Okay, that is the answer of the second question. Okay, students. Yes. We come to third question, that is C. The first crops grown by the early man were dash. Yes, again there are three options are there: barley and rice, then wheat and rice. Then third option is barley and wheat. Barley and wheat. So that is why obviously the third option. The third option is the right answer, because of we have learned in the lesson. Okay, so that is why the third option is the right answer. Okay, students, yes, all of you write down. Tick and write down. Okay. Yes, my dear students, we shall move on to our second main, that is fill in the blanks with words from the brackets. Okay, yes, here the A question is the term dash refers to the people who can think. Yes, people who can think, what we call obviously Homo sapiens. Okay, there are two options are there here. Okay, hominid and Homo sapiens. Yes, yes, which is the correct answer? Homo sapiens. Yes, people who could think, we call Homo sapiens. As you can write Homo, 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 sapiens. Friends, Homo sapiens. Yes. Come to B question, that is human beings and dash had a common ancestor, the great ape. Yes, the human beings and dash had common ancestor, the great ape. Yes, which is the answer? Chimpanzees had a common ancestor. Okay, yes, human beings and chimpanzees had a common ancestor of great ape. Okay, students, yes, you can write chimpanzees. 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 Okay, yes, all of you come to the third question. That is, the discovery of fire taught them the process dash. Yes, there are two options are there: cooking or traveling. Yes, which is the correct answer? Yes, after discovery of the fire, they were started the cooking. Okay, yes, you can write cooking. 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 Okay, yes, cooking. Okay, students. Yes, it is all about second way. Okay, students. Yes, my dear students. Let's we shall move on. Write T for. Yes, my dear students. Let's we come to third main. That is write true or false. Okay. Yes, there are three statements are there. Which one is true and which one is false? You can write. Okay, in front of question. Okay, whether it is true, we can write T. Then whether it is false, we can write F. Okay. Yes. The first question is a early man. The first question is early humans ate meat and fish. Yes, my dear friends, is absolutely right answer, because you know that the early humans ate meat and fish and berries, yams and other foods. Okay, yes, so that is why the early humans ate meat and fish is true statements. Yes, you can write T. Okay, yes, come to second question. Nomads moved to different places in search of food. Yes, obviously it is true statement, because nomads are not stayed in the proper place. Okay, so that is why it is also true statement, as you can write T. Okay, students, let's come to the third question. Early men invented fire by rubbing of two leaves. Yes, is it a true statement? No, because of he was used two sticks or two stones. Okay, by that they discovered the fire when rubbing the two stones or sticks. Okay, automatically the fire was come out. Okay, yes, so that is why it is false statement, as you can write F. Okay, yes, my dear students, this is all about your fifth lesson, life of early man. Yes, my dear students, I hope you fill in the textbook activities in your textbook. Okay, yes, you must fill and you may WhatsApp of your photocopies. Okay, students, yes, thank you so much for watching video. Bye bye.